Hello everybody, this is Jasmina, and in this video I'm going to talk about the Creation Energy Nobleman. It's basically, I guess, a literal translation uh, in nobleman obviously, but it is a pretty rare formation. Only 4 day pillars comply. So it is not common, and I don't think I know anybody who has one of these. It must be the day pillar. No other pillars comply. So if you see these in your year or your month or your hour, you don't have this. It has to be the day pillar because basically you are your day pillar. Now, as the name implies, it is a very positive formation that bodes well in terms of wealth. Although the timing of when the wealth comes differs a little bit in depending on which one of the 4 pillars that you have. The 2 yang energies are wood rat and wood horse, and you notice they are actually the animal signs happen to clash, but of course this is 2 individuals. It's okay even if you had that in your chart. It doesn't seem to make a difference because we're only talking your day pillar. And then the earth rabbit and the earth rooster are the yin energies. And so they have a different, let's say, a different way about getting to their wealth. And they have a little bit of a different personality, but they're actually a lot closer than you might think in terms of people that are quite yin and people that are quite yang. So they share a lot more than the average group of people. Both of them, all of them, whether they're the yang or the yin, they're going to be resilient and quite energetic. The yin earth day pillars, the rabbit and the rooster, they tend to be more reserved, a bit less talkative, but they're still very energetic. So they work very hard, they get a lot done, they don't seem to tire. They can, work forever. Well, not forever, but they tire a lot less than the average person. So the wood rat and the wood horse tend to have an early and sustained success, and they usually appear to everybody else to be more energetic and usually quite talkative. Maybe not all the time, but when they talk, they can really talk. The yin noblemen, the earth rabbit and the earth rooster, they tend to have a success closer to their middle age, so they build up slower. They don't tend to have it so early. They tend to be less talkative in general, and that is, even when they speak, they don't go on and on. They are more to the point. That's my understanding. And I think that means that maybe if other people don't catch on quite so quickly, maybe because they're not expressing themselves so well, then this might explain why it takes them a little longer to be able to have the success. But they're still quite energetic. They work, long hours, and they enjoy their job. I mean, this is actually one of the keys to success is actually enjoying what you're doing. And of course, you can learn to enjoy a lot of things that you might not have when you first start. Now, all 4 day pillars bring the individual a good amount of resilience, so they don't give up easy. And of course, that's another key to success. So these people may actually look quite stubborn because they don't give up easily, but that's a good part of their secret to success. And generally, resilience is the key to most people's success. Not giving up is more than half the battle. Now, I have said this to quite a few people. It takes more determination than intelligence to get a PhD. And that's because you have to write the dissertation. It is basically a book. You also have to do all the research for it. And so as you're in school, you learn all kinds of things. And of course, the whole goal, if you're in science or in physics like I was, your whole thing is to do research. And so, but when you start out, you're not 100% sure maybe that you can actually do all this. But once you get finished with the work to do the PhD, you know you can. And then you basically have to write a book. And that is where resilience comes in because you know you can do it. You're impatient to get out there, largely because living as a graduate student, you're really poor. And uh, and and you really want to get out and start earning some real money. So but this is the thing. This is that success depends on finishing that dissertation. And I think most people feel that way who get PhDs, at least in physics. I can't say for everything, but yeah, it's more determination than intelligence that can get you that degree. So that's it. I know this one was a short one, mostly because there was not a lot to talk about because there's only 4 pillars. And they're basically only 2 groups, pretty similar, with each other. I mean, with the pair, they're pretty similar. So not a lot to talk about. But I hope it was informative and I hope somebody out there has it so they can make some sort of judgment. Or maybe one of your kids has it. And then that's fantastic because you can help them make the most of their potential. Thanks again for watching.